Growth mindsets were identified by Carol Dweck. In her book Mindsets and also her earlier book Self Theories, she looked at the way in which learners think about themselves and their learning. And she picked out two different mindsets, the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. The growth mindset is where the learner believes that intelligence, talent and ability are open to change. And the fixed mindset is where the learner believes that intelligence, talent and ability are fixed and cannot change. So we really want to try and promote growth mindsets with our learners because it leads them to be more active, more likely to embrace challenges, more likely to persist and more resilient. Now, any learner can develop a growth mindset, and of course as teachers there's lots and lots of things we can do to help them achieve that. So I wrote this book a few years ago with the intention of providing teachers with lots of practical strategies they can use to foster growth mindsets in the classroom. It's called How to Develop Growth Mindsets in the Classroom, the Complete Guide, and it provides you with lots of different angles through which to approach the topic. So for example, you might look at the kind of language that you're using in the classroom, or you might think about feedback, or how learners think and talk about mistakes. But overall, what we've got is more than 50 techniques, strategies and activities that any teacher can apply in their classroom or in their planning. So I'll give you one example from the book, which I think is a really nice technique you can use to help learners move from perhaps a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And it's the idea of reframing mistakes. Now, by this, I mean that we give mistakes a different name. So instead of just talking about mistakes, we start talking about good mistakes. And we maybe tell learners that there's a distinction between careless mistakes and good mistakes. A careless mistake is where you get something wrong because you weren't paying attention, or you forgot to check, or you were rushing. A good mistake is where you get something wrong because you were really trying, or you were being challenged, or you were working hard. And a good mistake gives us access to information we can use to improve. So when we make a good mistake, we think, okay, excellent, what can I learn from this? And what we're saying here is to learners is that actually the way you think about mistakes can actually help you to learn, or it can hinder you. So this book is really about helping you to change the way that your learners view themselves, the way that they view learning, and the way that they think about the classroom. And I think that if you take the ideas in this book, you'll find that you can really start to change the atmosphere of the room, and you can really start to change the way that learners view themselves, what's happening, but also what it's possible for them to achieve.